This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Clemson Tigers and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline where she is keeping a close eye on some injury news that's unfolding.
NC State's head coach told me before the game they continue to be without their starting running back. But the good news, their backup is off to a terrific start. He was able to step in and have a very productive game last week. We'll see if he's able to keep up that same energy and same stamina here today. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they react. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Tigers' offense will be first on the attack. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights and setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rush is on. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. Hauls it in at the 25. Makes a move. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out and they'll have the ball for the first time. And here comes the sophomore running back. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Turns it upfield.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Hands it off. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown! can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Couldn't ask for a better starting field position for this offense. Working the ground game. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Give to the running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running backs on the ground.
He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Never a doubt, and that lead grows even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Play action on 1st down. That one's not even close.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Left side, it's Davis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. Trying to get started. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Snags it quickly on the left.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
He's changing the play.
Booster, level. Go.
2nd down, gonna throw it. On target. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're gonna bring out the chains to measure this one. the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to squeak through the pile. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Great job at contained by this.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Got to make the play on fourth. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Dropping back, it's Baker. Got it in the middle, it's Overton. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Back's got it on the screen. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Makes the tackle. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Here he goes. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal. You try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got the quick pass. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Trying to do it himself. Finds just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Burrowing for yardage. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the 1st down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Sends it back in motion. Fresh set of downs going up top. Dumps it off in the flats. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Second and long here. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Makes the grab. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Enough to move the chains. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him. With that last play, now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Give to the back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
RPO complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
Wants to throw on first. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. He now has 84 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the single back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp. Timeout called by NC State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for space. It's Overton. Got room at the 35. Lowers those pads. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Back to pass on second down. Buying time to his right. Makes the grab.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Looks as if NC State has a first down.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for running room. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a fourth down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Right at the line. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. They were all over it.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
It's complete to the right. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Got out of trouble and throws. Got his man downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear. Keeps it, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. At the 20, the 10. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And, man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Driven back.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And as a holder picks his spot, it'll be a 25-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. It's our force to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He's now up to 95 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Rides to the back. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They give it to him again. Breaks into the open. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few. Still some work to do for the first down. Clemson calls its second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Gets the back moving. Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
That is no good. Guys, a double-digit lead is good, but more would have been better.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Baker. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end.